Hello guys. Excuse me. Bear with me a little bit because I'm under the weather. I'm slowly getting over it, but I've been sick for about a week. So anyway, I thought I would just share with you guys a quick video. This is probably not going to be very edited, to be honest, but I just wanted to share with you guys what's on my heart and kind of what's been going on because some of you have been asking. So let's go ahead and just get started. Hey guys, so my name's Corina. If you're new here, this is kind of a bad time to come in, but welcome anyway. So for those of you who have been a part of my YouTube family for the past 4 years now, I just want to first of all say a huge thank you, because this is something that I started simply because I needed inspiration and wanted to provide encouragement to other people who were on a financial journey and hoping to learn about finances and how to manage finances while living in the real world and while still like enjoying life. And so that's really why I started my channel. But as things have progressed, my husband and I have gotten away from being like strictly super focused on our finances, and we've really just learned to live our life well. And that's really what I wanted to share on my channel. But I will say that YouTube is really hard. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of work. I work full time. I am married and I now have a son. And so it just takes a lot of attention. And there are also other things in my life that I'm very involved in. I'm involved with our church, which my husband is a pastor at, and I love those things. And so honestly, over the last year, it's become more and more obvious that I can't put the time and dedication into YouTube as I did previously, like before we had our son. Because number one, I don't make anything off of YouTube. My following is very small. The number of subscribers or followers that I have is pretty small, and the number of people who watch my videos is very small. And so because of that, I really don't make much off of YouTube. And so it's really hard to justify the time and dedication it takes to make good quality videos with that kind of subscriber base. And don't get me wrong, I love each and every one of my subscribers, and you guys are the reason why I've been here doing this for so long, because I want to encourage and inspire and motivate you. And I just want to share our life with you too. I think it's really fun to just share our life with you. But like I said, as kind of the past year has gone by, it's become more and more obvious to me that there's a new direction that the Lord is taking me in personally. And it's really hard to kind of share this, but probably in January sometime, I started getting just a word from the Lord, and it was just a repetitive margin. And I started to think, okay, what does that mean? Like, do I need to create margin in my schedule or in like my relationships? Like, what does that mean? And so I started just exploring different options and avenues of what that meant. And to me, it really became obvious that the Lord wanted me to create more margin just in my life as a whole. And so I had to start paring back different things. And while I've maintained being here on YouTube, and I really wanted to get to a place where my YouTube channel was kind of helping to sustain our lifestyle a little bit, and also to be able to kind of justify like the time that it takes to edit and upload and be working on new. So anyway, I honestly put a lot of additional kind of time and effort because I really have wanted to make this work for me. I've considered starting new channels. I've considered, doing all kinds of different things that you guys have seen. I've talked about them a lot, especially on my community tab. I've asked you questions and asked for advice and input and kind of what you guys would like to see. And you guys have been so awesome and so responsive in all of those things that I've been asking. But honestly, a few weeks ago, probably 3 weeks ago now, the Lord gave me a vision, and I might start to cry. He gave me a vision, and it just means that, oh my goodness, I'm really gonna cry. It's hard to say because the vision, oh my goodness, the vision that the Lord has given me and has placed on my heart, and the burden that He's given me is to create a women's ministry. And doing so means that I have to step away from YouTube. And I don't know if this is just a season. I don't know if I'm meant to utilize YouTube as a part of this platform. I don't know what any of this means. And I'm just walking it out because that's what it means to have faith. Sometimes we just have to walk where the Lord tells us to walk, and we don't have the answers, and we don't know why. But he asks us sometimes to lay things down in order to take up something that is going to be a better thing, and it doesn't mean that it's easy. I've legitimately put this off for so long. Just like sharing this with you guys, and it's confirmation of what the Lord wants me to do and what he has in store for my life. And it's incredibly humbling because I never in a million years thought that he would want to use me. Or that my purpose in just as a Christian would be something outside of what the role of my husband has been. My husband is a pastor, and he's been a pastor nearly our whole marriage. When we, met and got married, he wasn't planning on becoming a pastor, and so this is a path that we've walked out in our marriage, and it's been a lot of times of uncertainty and not really knowing, like, okay, what's next? Like, okay, Lord, like, we just know that you've provided for us thus far. And for me personally, I've always been dissatisfied and almost like just unsettled wherever I have worked. And I've always loved my jobs. I've always been really happy, like on a surface level, but I've always known that like there's something more for me. And I always thought that like everyone else felt this way too. But I now know, because of just this thing that God's placed on my heart and the visions that he's been giving me and the confirmation that he's given me and the support of my family and friends who I've just told, like little pieces about this, or my husband, obviously I told him the whole thing and he just completely agreed wholeheartedly. And he said, I don't know what this means. I don't know where this is going to take us, but this is right. This is what you're meant to do. And I forget where I was going with that, but I felt like uneasy in all of my jobs, and I've always had great jobs. Like right now, I started a new job a few months ago, and it's great. It's such a great opportunity, and I really enjoy it, but I immediately still felt that uneasiness and that unsettled just feeling within me. And like I said, I always thought that everyone else felt the same way too, and I don't think people do. I don't know that that's like a normal feeling. So I know that there's something more that I meant to do, and this all kind of comes back to the thing about margin and why I feel the Lord was telling me to create margin in my life, because there's only so many hours in a day. There's only so many hours in a day. There's only so much of me to go around to different things. And because I do work full time and I do have a family, a lot of my day and my time is already spoken for. It's already called for because of those responsibilities, and they're things that I love. But adding something new in means that something has to give. And unfortunately, it's going to be this channel. So all of that to say, if you guys would, if you are a praying type, I hate when people say that, praying type, what does that even mean? If you are someone who believes in the power of prayer, I am asking you to pray for me and with me about this new endeavor, because I don't know, again, what it's going to look like. But that being said, I'm very excited about it, and just the little nuggets that I have gotten about it are really exciting, and I do believe that the Lord is working in it, and that he's going to provide for me in it and for my family in it and through it. And so it's something that we're just really, really excited about. So if you want to continue kind of being a part of my life and just following along with our journey, add me on social media. I'm on a fast from social media for the month of December. So I'm not on Instagram or Facebook right now, but in January I will be back, and I'll be sharing lots of new stuff and just sharing all about what the Lord has put on my heart and kind of the direction he's taking me in personally. And that will all kind of come to light. No one honestly even knows about this right now. But there are people who are praying for me about it and with me. So I just ask that you guys would join that. And honestly, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for everything that you guys have been a part of over these 4 years. It's been some of the best times of my life. And I just am really grateful that you've been through it with me and for me and just cheering us on. So all that to say, friends, I might come back. Like I said, I just feel this is what the Lord's asking me to do and just prompting me is to just lay this down right now. And I don't know if that means I'll be back or if I'll have a different channel or if I'll have a channel that's, you know, with the ministry or what it all means. I don't know if I'm going to eventually do, you know, just lifestyle vlogs. My nose is running. I don't know. So stay tuned. But again, join me on social media because I am very active on my social media platforms, and that's going to continue into the new year and with this new endeavor. So thanks, guys. I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a blessed day. And again, just thank you so much.